Part-time jobs and their hidden massive value. Let's talk about it. I'm going to start things off making an assumption, but I think an assumption that everybody is essentially on the same page with, and that is everybody's kind of end goal is in regards to this and their income. Some sort of income that is higher than where you're at, or that is growing, or that is uptrending, but just where the potential to earn more money is in a good spot. You know, there's some careers out there where just based on economics, your ceiling is limited. You're not going to make much more than what you are making just because there's no need to do that. But there are plenty of careers, there are plenty of other things out there where, yeah, you're in a good potential spot for income to be continually increasing. Now, with these sorts of jobs, there's always this, there's what? Did that just sound good? Hey, you have all sorts of great opportunity to grow your income. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? When things sound good, a lot of people want to do them, meaning there is going to be demand for that, right? No rocket science here. But when there's demand for things, there's going to be what? There's going to be a lot of competition. And when you have lots of competition, what do you have? Well, you got to go through an interview, right? Because they need to figure out who's the best person to put in this job that a lot of people would like to do. So that's what boils down to what I would argue is a massive, massive advantage for part-time jobs. Whether you're in high school right now, whether you're in college, whether who knows where you are in life. But I get it. The kind of general public, in some senses, looks down at you're part-time. There's kind of a part-time job or whatever. It doesn't. But from somebody that has hired people, from somebody that who knows, maybe might hire people in the future. I don't know. But I say this from just a very from a perspective of I have hired people, and I want to when I go through the interview process, when I would look at somebody, and this is also when I did work for a big corporation, I did go along and do interviews before, and I'd have to give my input. But it really becomes a competition amongst people. And let's just say you have Sam here, and Sam is going for an interview for this job over here. And Sam is going to get what? He's going to, from the people asking about it, he's going to get all sorts of questions, right? How do you do great in an interview? Well, they're going to ask you all sorts of questions. And Sam's ability to answer a lot of these questions, and a smart way for Sam to be able to leverage himself and make himself sound really good to these people, and not sound good because, these would be facts of the matter, is what can he think about? So he's got to be racking his brain about what things has he's been through. And at this point, there's really two things over here. You have two boxes. And we have just kind of a blank box, and then we have this, and I'm going to call this the experience box. Meaning if Sam gets a question and Sam can say, this one time, fill in the blank, that helps to answer the question, that helps him to sound pretty impressive, that's a great thing. Oh, well, thanks for asking. It reminds me of fill in the blank of some other experience that Sam has had. Had where? At another part-time job. Part-time jobs feed the experience box. They fill up the experience box where you will come across things that help build you as a person, that help you just kind of realize things. And when you have a built-up box full of experiences, you can leverage that in an interview. And think about it. And this goes back to I've hired people. I've been a part of little committees to hire people when I worked for Honeywell. And if we had two people, we had Sam, and Sam's got a filled up box of experience. And experience in terms of jobs. But let's say Sam's grade point average is a little less. Sam maybe didn't go to quite the prestigious university compared to, let's just Bob. But Bob's got a higher GPA. Bob's got, he goes to a pretty prestigious school. But when you ask questions, to Bob, well, this one time I was down in my mom's basement over the summer playing video games, and then Call of Duty, some guy from, other country, and I had to maneuver out of it. Okay, that's a terrible experience. I will take Sam every day of the week. I don't want to hear about somebody that's, playing video games and that's their experience. I want somebody that, better yet, is if Sam is filling up this experience box with part-time while he's in school, I will take somebody all day long, all week long, all year long that's working jobs during college, that's working a bunch of jobs in order to get his education funded or just whatever, over somebody that's got it made and yeah, they're going to college, but they're not doing anything else. Well, you better have a higher GPA. I'll take the hustler. I'll take the person that actually has life experience via these part-time jobs over somebody that is just still all in theory, because that's all they have right now is their degree. So when you're in your part-time job, sure, it's paying you money and that's great, but just remember that in the long run, when it comes time to go after this sort of income, you are going to be going against other people because of that demand, and you're going to have competition via the interview. So how can you separate yourself? Well, fill up that experience box, use those experiences to help answer those questions, and you're going to make yourself sound like an awesome candidate, especially in this kind of day and age where, I don't know, it doesn't seem like many people are filling up those experience boxes to help them leverage themselves. So get out there, pick up a part-time job, pick up a second part-time job. If I were to look at somebody's resume and they got 2 part-time jobs while they're in college, and yeah, their GPA isn't as great, I would be highly interested in them, and I would be my expectations would be pretty high that they're going to have a great interview because they're going to have all these experiences that they can pull from. So just keep that in mind. Don't look down at a part-time job. Embrace it with the fact of your experience box is getting filled up, and that's going to come in handy later down the road when you're sitting in an interview and going after one of these higher income jobs. So embrace the fact that you are working a part-time job. Thanks for watching the video. If you are interested in the top 10 links that I use on a daily basis to manage, to control, and to build my finances and to make them efficient as possible, then down below in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube, description, if you're watching this on moneywithclay.com, then just down below the video, you can click on the link and that'll take you to these links that I use on a daily basis that really allow me to work smarter and not harder.